everyone, and welcome to Angelic Comforts reading. I'm Renee from Angelic Comfort with your weekly love and romance outlook forecast for the week of December 12th through December 18th, 2016. And what we have here is the Two of Air, the Lovers, the Page of Fire, Two of Fire, the Queen of Earth, the Hermit, and the Page of Water. And it's really interesting. When we talk about the Two of Air, we talk about, usually, of course, it's an air sign, or it could be anybody with characteristics, or anybody in general, really, would discard. The Two of Air right there talks about conflict. And I don't see this as being conflict necessarily with other people, but I see it as conflict with self. Okay? The conflict is, do I or don't I? Do I ask this person out? Don't I ask this person out? Am I ready for a relationship now? Am I not ready for a relationship now? Am I willing to move beyond my past, or am I still going to sit here and let life pass me by for possibly a really good relationship because I'm afraid to move forward because of what happened to me in the past? And these are the thoughts that I'm picking up with the Two of Air. Okay, the unicorn, the horns are locked, which means indecision. It can mean conflict and battle with another person, but I really do feel that it's conflict and battle within yourself. Okay, so, there's some decisions that need to be made. And we look at this, and it is about lovers, being that this is the love and romance, and the Lovers card came up. Carefully weigh your decisions. Are you ready? Because you're being faced, or soon to be faced, with a really beautiful opportunity for a new relationship. And it's the Lovers card. It's a very intimate relationship on all levels, just intimate with communication, with feelings, with thoughts. And I look at this and I see the Page of Water, which is very good emotional energy. A new person enters your life, or they're already there. A relationship begins a new phase, and it's right there. It's beautiful. It's very full of emotion. Okay? Very full of emotion. And the people are sensitive and they're friendly, and they could be artistic in any way, or creative, okay? Maybe even a little intuitive. And you might even be a little intuitive. But it's a very emotionally charged relationship that's heading your way. And it's a beautiful one. It really is a beautiful one. So, when we talk about this, and I've talked about this in other past videos, and I say it a lot, you need to release the past. You need to understand that two people are not alike. And so what you experience in one relationship is not what you're going to experience in another relationship. You already know. If you're ready to step forward, you need to step forward with confidence when entering into a new relationship, because what's really important is that you already know what it is that you don't want in a person again. Those things that you don't want. So it's really important for you to be able to step forward and go ahead and put yourself out there. Say that you care about somebody. Go ahead and take that step into a new relationship. But don't compare past relationships to one that could be coming in the future, because, like I said, no two people are the same. And you're really not being fair to yourself or to the other person who you want to or could possibly be entering into a relationship with if you're going to be comparing them. Okay? So you need to release the past. You need to set yourself free. And we've talked about this, how very, very important that it is. And I do feel a lot of people have been doing that self-work on themselves to be able to heal that up and let that emotion out, let those feelings and those thoughts out. Forgive and forget. Forgive and move forward. Know the lesson that you learned and what you don't want to repeat again. Okay? Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. Doesn't mean you have to be friends with the other person because you don't accept the behavior or whatever it was that happened within the relationship. Okay? You don't have to accept that and like it, but you can forgive the whole situation and move on, clean the slate, and start over with the knowledge that you have, with the more maturity that you have, knowing this isn't going to happen. And, and when you focus in on those past relationships where you were hurt, where things happened to you, and we're all guilty of it. It's kind of like a codependency on that situation, almost like an addiction on that situation, where you were so addicted to what happened to you that you just don't want to move on. You don't want to step out of that comfort zone and try it again. And so you need to step out of that comfort zone. You need to jump out of that comfort zone, or out of that cesspool of negativity that you have within you over these past relationships, and be able to move forward, like I said, with a whole new outlook. Okay? And when you raise your vibrational energy level, and you're feeling good about yourself, and you love yourself, and you're staying positive about yourself, which is really important. Don't knock yourself. You got to stop knocking yourself and putting yourself down, because you're more beautiful than you realize, and more compassionate and caring as a person than you realize that you are. Okay? And you have a lot to offer somebody in another relationship that's going to be healthy. Okay? When we go through these past relationships that teach us a lesson, and a lot of times it's not a very good lesson, okay, those are karmic relationships, and those are not the relationships that you want. They're a karmic one. But when you cut the cords and sever yourself from that and move on, move forward, then you have cut that karmic bond. You have taken care of that karmic debt that you needed to, and now you can go on to more rewarding things. Okay? So it's really important. So release that past, because there's a lot of energy in this upcoming relationship. Okay? Very much a great opportunity, a partnership, two people really coming together with much love, a lot of youthful energy with each other, and I see that it's like two people that are coming together and making that contract of a relationship now, and stating what it is that they're looking for in a relationship, before committing to it. Sitting down, nothing wrong with sitting down and saying, this is what I'm looking for in a relationship, and I'm being upfront, and I don't want to see this stuff happen, and I'd like to see this stuff happen, and kind of like working it out and seeing where, each person is coming from too. Okay? I mean, if you've been that hurt in the past, then there's nothing wrong with sitting down and saying, this is what I'm looking for. I really do care about you, and I have these fears, but I'm willing to release this fear as long as we can have this, and this is what I want. And so see what the other person wants too. You could even ask them nonchalantly what it is that they're looking for, without saying I want to have a commitment with you, and seeing and then working through that too, and trusting that the person is being honest. Okay? And that's another thing, is trust. You got to trust and be honest with each other. That's another thing. Now, some of you too could be making a decision between two people. Could be somebody from your past coming back. It could be somebody who's recently entered into your past that you're going through. You don't know what to do at this point. Remember, a lot of times when we talk about relationships and past relationships and somebody coming back into your life, are the same mistakes going to be done? A lot of times you say the past is the past. It's time to move on and not look back. Okay? So maybe you're going through two people. Maybe you're going through, going to have to make a decision between two people, somebody who's coming into your life and somebody from your past. Or maybe you're already in a relationship and somebody new's come into your life and you're like, oh my God, this person's my soulmate. Now what do I do? So there's so many things that this could be. Okay, again, this is a generic reading. This is not individually based on each individual person who watches these videos. I'm just throwing out the scenarios of what I'm hearing from Spirit and what the cards are saying. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so, and you look and you see the grass is greener here on one side and it's not so much on the other side. It's what you fertilize, right? It kind of looks dry and arid. So you could be in a relationship with somebody and the relationship is really gone dry. Things aren't there, but yet the grass is greener over there. What have you done to water the fields over here, or the terrain over on the left-hand side? What have you done? Have you done anything to keep that relationship alive? Relationships all take work, but so maybe this is your soulmate who's come in and you are in a relationship and things haven't worked out, heart-to-heart communications, decisions are needing to be made, and decisions needing to be made. And then we come here and we talk about the relationship that is coming, and the person who's coming into your life is very grounded, okay? They're very thoughtful, sensitive. They're warm. They like, they take time for the people that they really care about. Let's see if I can get this where it's not so much of a glare. You know, where they really do take that. They deal with challenges, you know, that are faced before them in a really kind and understanding manner. You know, they take a sensible approach to everything, and they're kind of magical. I look at this and I say, wow, look at that, you know. The energy and the magic that can be produced with this relationship in more ways than one is absolutely amazing. And so it's a very grounded and well-balanced relationship that's on the horizon, or whatever it is that you choose. Okay, and remember, it's all free will too. Now, if you're uncertain, okay, take the time, you know, as the Hermit card says, to meditate, you know. Maybe do some spiritual searching within yourself and meditate, think about things, look at it from a spiritual level. And I kind of look at this and I see like a chain, and, you know, I know it's not a heart, but it almost has like a heart here. And he's holding his heart out on a chain. He's holding it there, getting ready to offer it to somebody. That's how I look. And but he's leaning on this cane and really thinking, you know, what do I do? Do I or don't I? And he's kind of using that as a crutch, almost like his past. This is how I'm seeing this and what I'm hearing. So he's kind of going within himself to find out the answers and to listen to spirit and listen to his inner guidance and his inner knowing, his higher self, to see what he should do, because his heart's right there. It's on this chain and the energy's all around him flowing, and he's just like, I'm ready to take that step. I've been healing, and this is what I feel like. See, I've been healing, and do I extend that heart? So take the time to meditate. And again, like I said, very emotional relationship. And if we look in here, there's a couple of whales, and you know, the water, they come up out of the water, and just very emotional, high energy, emotional. You know, and the Page of Water is stepping forward out of the dry terrain and into the water, not knowing what this relationship's going to offer, what it's going to absolutely give. You know, it's kind of like the unknown, but she's willing to leave this dry, arid life that she's been leading and taking that step forward into where she can be quenched emotionally and taken care of emotionally on all emotional levels. And you know, it's what I feel to be a very very, very loving, compassionate, lifting you up type of relationship, where both parties are going to be, their best qualities are going to be brought out in each other, and they're going to do that for each other, that it's going to be totally unconditional. So then, of course, we got to do the romance angels, and they're saying, you know what? It's safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. You know, you're the only one who's holding yourself back because of your past. So go ahead and take that step. Take that step. I mean, she's up on a horse, and like this angel is here saying, it's okay. It's okay. Don't be afraid. And it's like this cherub is telling this knight or this prince that it's okay. Approach her. And this cherub is down here saying, it's okay, you can love. You don't have to be so stern. You don't have to be so staunch in your ways. And break down that wall. Open your heart. It is safe. This relationship, or this person that you're contemplating having a relationship, or the one who's coming in, it's safe to love. And again, the past, forgiving and learning, releasing, healing the past, and you experience more love in your present moment. Because when you release all that and you open your heart and you start with a clean slate, then the relationship's more enjoyable. Okay? There is a strong romantic love attraction between the two people. Like I said, these cards, I'm not going to say he or she, because it could be a he or it could be a she, depending on who you are and who's watching this. But there's a very strong attraction for each other, and they're saying to enjoy that attraction and give it a chance. You know, based on past relationships and everything else, give the relationship a chance, whether it be differences in religious beliefs or political beliefs or or maybe one person's older, one person's younger. Maybe the line of work that you do or your thoughts are totally different. There's nothing wrong with that. Love is love, and it's a soul-based thing, and you're going to find out why soon enough too, because I find it really interesting. One of the other cards that came up, and again, well, I'll just tell you now, it's a soulmate connection. Okay, so and it's not a karmic one. Okay, it's definitely not a karmic one from what the cards are saying. So they're saying this could be the one, and a lot of you have already met your romantic partner that you seek. You've manifested this person, and it might not be exactly what you thought you wanted in a romantic partner, but they're it. They're the one that's fitting the bill of what you need within your life and being the soulmate connection. So this could be the one, and you need to trust. Again, trust in yourself, trust in spirit, trust in the other person. Trust is such a very hard thing for people to do anymore. When you put your heart out on your sleeve and tell each other your deepest, darkest secrets, or when you communicate to get closer, it's so important to be able to trust, okay? And have faith in the relationship, in this other person, what's coming to you, or what they're saying is already here, that you've already met the person, and to have trust in this, because it's being divinely guided. Okay, the relationship is being divinely guided. Now, releasing our past, when we take a look at the chakra cards, releasing our past can be a very bittersweet moment. Bitter in the fact that you're letting a part of you go. You're releasing a part of you that you've held on to for however long. It's become a permanent part of who you are, and you're releasing it. You're letting it go. Sweet in the fact that you are starting that clean slate. You're releasing that burden. You're releasing those thoughts. And you're going to be releasing a lot of old patterns that are no longer serving you when you do that. So bittersweet, yes, part of your past is gone. A part of you is gone. But sweet in the fact that you're going to be at peace. You're going to feel relieved as you start this new relationship. Now, perfection. When you talk about perfection, nobody's perfect. We know that. So whatever standards that you have set for another person are not going to be perfect for that other person. That other person might not be perfect according to the standards or what you thought it was that you wanted or needed in this relationship, or who you thought it was. There's not going to be perfection. Nobody is perfect. You're not perfect. The other person's not going to be perfect. But it is definitely something that two people can work on together to form the perfect union, the perfect sacred union. Okay, so if you're looking for perfection in people, then your standards are way too high. Okay, and it's time to take a look in a mirror and say, what are my imperfections? And I can't judge my new love interest based on, this perfection that I expect out of them when I'm not perfect myself, right? So don't expect perfection out of people. People make mistakes, okay? Or they do things that maybe you don't understand, or do things differently, and it's all good. That's what makes everybody all different. But the meeting of the two, the combining of the two, they form a perfection together, okay? And perception, again, perception of what you thought you were manifesting all along, of who it was that you wanted, and and here this person appears, and it's like, whoa, this isn't what I was expecting, but I have these feelings, and it's not somebody who I would normally date or want to be in a relationship. What the hell's going on? So release all those preconceived thoughts, okay, and go with it. Again, like I said, it's free will. It's free will, but, this is divinely put in order, again, because it's a soulmate. There's a soulmate connection. It's a soul-to-soul connection. It's not a physical connection. It's a soul-level connection where this person and you have had past life or past lives together and in relationships, okay? And so this is a soulmate connection. For some of you, it might be a twin flame connection. For others of you, it's just a soulmate connection. And depending on the soulmate, it could really, very close to the twin flame. The twin flame connection, you have lessons to be learned, and they're not the smoothest riding relationships. The soulmate connection is more that of a smoother riding relationship, not a karmic soulmate connection. This is not karmic. This is a regular soulmate connection. Okay, and there is already communication with the two of you, whether you've met or not, but the cards are saying that you have. You already know the person. You could be meeting at night in the astral plane and, talking. You might already see visions of them, and see how it's going to be. So it's already connected at the soul level. Now it's time to connect it at the physical level. And the relationship is what you create. Okay? It's what you make of it. It's what you create. What are you going to create together? That's what you need to look at, is the beauty of what the two of you are going to create together and manifest together in this beautiful, loving, divinely guided relationship. Okay? So what are you going to create? You can create beauty, and you can have peace and love and joy and happiness within your life. Or again, free will, you can back away and stay stuck in the past. It's all up to you. Okay, so the connection's already there. It's already halfway done. It's just got to be finalized. But release the past and have faith in yourself. Love yourself unconditionally, and release, like I said, that bittersweet. It's bittersweet, but it's a good bittersweet. When, like I said, bitter in the fact that you're letting a part of you go, you're letting a past go, some past ways that you've done, or past thoughts and concerns and fears. You're letting that go, but you're opening yourself up to something that's really, really sweet. Okay? If you would like an individual reading that's geared more towards you and what you're going through, whether it be relationship or anything else, go ahead and go to my website, www.angelic-comfort.com, and we can set up an appointment. I do have a special going right now. It's $50 for a reading, for Skype or for a phone reading. Okay, and that does come with a recorded MP3 of the session that we have together, so that you can go back and refer to it. I do have video ones like these that I do offer on the site also. And you can also, please, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, Renee Marie 1967. Or you can type in under YouTube Angelic Comfort or Angelic Comfort by Renee Marie, and it'll pull it up. And I've got some really exciting videos that are going to be coming real soon. I've been doing a lot of research and planning for them. They will be based on the astrological signs for everybody. So I'm going to be touching and taking it up to the next level. Okay, so please go ahead and stop there. Like my page on Facebook, and it would be Angelic Comfort official site. That's on there, or Angelic Comfort official, I think it is. Or you could type in Angelic Comfort by Renee Marie, and that'll pull it up also. A lot of good things happening there. So I'm wishing you all an absolutely fabulous week. Okay, and open your hearts, open up, open, and take that step forward. Okay, and if you feel like things are going kind of slow, maybe it's on your end that it's going slow. Maybe you need to sit down and evaluate what it is that you need to do to step forward. Okay, and go ahead and, like I said, release the past and make that offer, send that message, make that phone call, see the person in person, and have that heart-to-heart communication and trust. Okay, take it to the next level, because you know you can, you know you've got it in you, and have faith and believe and trust. Okay, all right, so I love each and every one of you, and we'll catch you later. Namaste.